r/AskReddit by Reddify. What are examples of being picked last in gym class as an adult? Finding out your friends went out on the town. They never called or texted. I play in a little cover band with some friends of mine. It was funny in a sad way when I saw all of their Facebook posts from their weekend on the lake. Literally every member in the band was there except me. Are you the drummer? When your friends all make plans together in front of you and then only invite you because you just heard them make the plans. What if you don't get invited anyways? Before you ask, I left that group. It's still as itty as getting a pity invite. Applying for a job that you're well qualified for, not hearing anything back for weeks, and then seeing the position being reposted without having even a follow-up email from them. Oh man. That's the one that really burns. That happened to me all the time when I was looking for a job. Another favorite is when you don't hear from a job you applied for forever and then get a rejection letter 9 months after you applied. Like, really? I think I could take a hint after no response. But it's just kind of offensive to let me know almost a year later that I didn't get it. Obviously I had made other plans by then. I was once looking for a job and interviewed for a sales rep position at a local brewery. They contacted me within a week to say they felt like I would be a better fit managing their tap room. I said that I agreed and then asked what I should do to apply for that position. They ghosted me for 5 months, during which time I got hired and promoted at a different company. When they finally emailed me back, the message said something like, "Sorry for not getting back to you. We restructured how we are running the tap room, so the position is no longer available." Know it. Group lunches at work. Especially when the whole group is heading out to lunch and you're sitting at your desk and they're either totally unaware of you at all, or worse, someone makes eye contact by accident and then is like, "Oh, do you want to come?" There's an easy solution to this. Start being the person who asks other people what they're doing for lunch. Mention places that you know your colleagues like/frequent as potential choices. You don't have to go overboard with it every day of the week. But after a while people will reciprocate and ask you. I'm torn between not wanting to actually eat with them, but wishing I was included, and B, living in crippling fear that they hate me. New jobs are tough. Being left out of the group chat. Bonus points for finding out when everyone else's phone in the room gets a text at once. In high school I got added to one. They asked me for the answer to a question from our math assignment. I sent it, since I had it. Then I was removed. I could still see who was in the group, and it was 95% of the math class. That's ducked up. Man. Being pulled last minute for a night out on the town, just to find they need a designated driver. This is me with my cousin right now. We were super close growing up and only a year apart. She ended up going out of state to the same college as me, and I was really excited because I don't have any family here. I was thinking about how we could carpool back to our hometown and I could be her cool older cousin who could take her to parties and show her around campus and stuff. I have a car and she didn't, so I thought I could be nice and drive her to the grocery store and such. I didn't have that my freshman year and it sucked. Well, her freshman year rolls around and she doesn't contact me once. I figured she was just getting adjusted to college life and left her alone for a bit. Nope. She joined a sorority and decided she was too cool for me. She wanted nothing to do with me. I would invite her to parties and tailgates full of cute older boys, but she never wanted to come. I invited her to lunch and to coffee and offered to drive her places. She wouldn't even respond. When we would run into each other on campus it was sort of awkward and we'd hug and go separate ways. It didn't feel like we were family at all. One day I got a text from her on a Friday night. I was at a party with my boyfriend and some friends and was excited to hear from her. She asked me what I was doing and I told her and invited her to join us at the party and said she could bring some friends. Then she told me she was already going to another party and asked if I wanted to come. I thought it was nice of her to offer and said that maybe I'd stop by. Then she texted me back and explained that she was only asking because they needed a DD. I was crushed. I didn't ask her to hang out again or even talk to her for 8 months. Our birthdays are the same week, So I texted her happy birthday and asked if she wanted to come to my birthday party, and she told me she already had plans. I didn't tell her the day or time of the party. When I pointed that out, she said, well, I assume I'll be busy. It's been 6 months since then, and we haven't talked. Sorry. That was way longer of a story than I anticipated. But seriously, it's a ratty feeling to only be invited somewhere to be someone's DD. Edit. I didn't realize this would resonate with so many people. You're all my honorary cousins now. Thank you for the good as well. For the record, you don't have to feel sorry for me. I have a great friends and a great family. It still stings, but I know better than to reach out again. The ball is in her court. That is itty. Watching Snapchat stories and seeing that everyone is hanging out together, but you were never invited, being the friend that people hang out with only because they have no one else. Posts on Facebook with everyone in pictures but you, even when you were at the same event as them. Someone cancelling plans they had made with you 2 weeks prior. The next day, you see Facebook pictures of them out drinking with other people. Only being invited to a party because by chance you happened to be around when they were planning it. Lucky you. When it happened to me, I was later told the party was called off. It wasn't. Ouch. That sucks, dude. Being laid off first in corporate cuts. But you got picked first. That's like being the first one to speak to the principal. Not getting invited to people weddings. For some reason I never get invited, and it breaks my heart. I'm a big shaved head guy and I have been in tears more than once over this. People I really loved, having weddings and everyone else, except me, is there. Made me feel just like there is something wrong with me, but I've never had any form of confrontation or anything with anyone. I'm just happy to be there. I don't drink too much. Don't argue. Don't do anything, except joke and have fun. Today my friend Andrew invited me to his wedding. I almost cried. It's easy to make people feel worthless by excluding them. Edit. Wow. Thanks for the kind and heartfelt and kind responses, mostly lol, and thank you for so many of you inviting me to your weddings. I wish you all the happiness you can possibly have, and blessings in your lives. Stay kind to each other, and thanks for making me feel loved and included. It made my day big time. You are all awesome. One thing I had to add to be 100% truthful, which I just remembered. I did get invited to a Bollywood Indian wedding once, but I couldn't get a babysitter and my son was sick. So I had to stay with him, which I don't regret, because he is awesome. But I would have liked that. I love Indians. And from what I hear, the wedding was insane. Second edit. Last night I got asked to be someone's best man. I don't know what is happening, but I'll take it. Yay. Have fun and Andrew's wedding. Thank you. Someone on my team at work had a huge, fun, fancy wedding. I was the only one not invited. Every day, I get to look at the picture that sits in my boss's office of the whole group dressed up in their finest. Having a blast. I'd never say a word. But damn. Exclusion stings. Cut out a picture of you dressed nicely and glue it onto the picture in his office. Better than taking it during the next office party and hiding it in a secret room adjacent to your bedroom. Watching everyone's birthdays get celebrated at the office. Then when your big 30th comes, no one even bothers to tell you happy birthday. Husband even brought me balloons and flowers. So they knew it was my birthday. A few years ago at work, they threw a makeshift late birthday party with cake and everything at lunch for a guy whose birthday was over the weekend. It was my actual birthday. No one said anything to me. It was my actual birthday. No one said anything to me. Jeez. Sorry. That's some sitcom level stuff right there. When your brother picks his female best friend to be his best man at his wedding, instead of you. Then getting it on by your parents when you consider not having him as your best man. Where were you guys when he was planning? That sounds more like your family being assholes than you being undesirable. Lol. I've always been a bit of a black sheep in their eyes, which I've come to terms with. Thanks to my wife, I've learned to manage what I will and won't accept, and how I respond to undesired behavior instead of flipping out, as I once would do, over being treated like crap. I just silently ignore it and go on about my day. If that means leaving a party because I've been Yeah, read more than once while answering a question about my life that I've been asked. Then so be it. Duck M. I have enough friends, like 3 of them. I'm good to go. Bartender, ignoring you. I always pretend it's my height. But I also know this is a lame excuse. A friend who bartends told me put your drink in and lay your hand flat on the bar. He said it can be tough to tell who needs something or is just hanging at the bar. Also he said never whistle or yell. You will never get your drink that way. If you are enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment. Not getting to be part of your friend's wedding party. I feel like that's a bit of a win. Personally, I'd be happy not being included, but I know that amongst girls especially, it's considered the ultimate snub. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can watch together.